I don't understand where people have grabbed the misogynistic element from. Maybe from the part when Miz is like, oh, it's all 15-year-old girls that are obsessed with him. Obviously, that sentence alone, yes, that's not true. But when the conversation, the context leading up to that is all about demographics, that's what we're saying. We're not saying that's actually fact. Like, we're not saying that's 100%, that's all of them. We're simply saying that's his demographic. That's all. Like, it's nothing deeper than that. Obsessed, I can kind of see where you're going about it. I'd say obsessed, in a stan culture sense, isn't necessarily wrong. I think a lot of people are very dedicated to the people they watch within stan communities. To a level that maybe obsessive holds negative connotations. But when I say yes, I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying these are a lot of people, younger people that are very dedicated to his content. Obsessed maybe isn't the right word, but I apologize if I slipped up on the wording. That's all I can really say. I do not mean that in a misogynistic sense. I am very happy to have the audience I have. I often go on about it because in a YouTube sense, it's very rare, and I'm very happy that I've built this community because it's not something... As people kept linking me this one Wilbur clip where Wilbur's like, oh, young girls don't have anything they can watch that being made fun of. And the one thing I've always thought in my head is I am very proud of myself for creating a community where these young girls can go and they're accepted. And all of a sudden, me acknowledging that has been twisted in, he hates it and he's a misogynist, which is the exact opposite of what I feel. Like I've always sat there and been like, it's kind of weird and unique that I have this audience. It's very like Twitch prior to the Dream SMP had nowhere. That demographic on Twitch, that kind of LGBTQ young female audience was completely like almost zero in terms of what's the word I'm looking for? Like, that was not a common audience to have at all. They barely existed on the platform, and we came and we populated and we gave that community a platform. We gave that community a place on this platform. That's something I'm proud of. And if people want to spin that as misogyny, that's insane. I ask you to look into yourself and say, why do you intrinsically hear me say 15-year-old girls and take that as diminishing and dismissive of the rest of the community? It definitely feels to me like you've heard me say, yeah, his audience are 15-year-old girls, and you've automatically assumed that that is me trying to dismiss and diminish them, which in and of itself is an internalized misogynistic thought. That's all I'm going to say. You have projected that onto me through your own beliefs, and it doesn't help the fucking claim that this community is very misogynistic, because it's a very large claim you see all the time. And it's very upsetting to see that this has been projected onto me, despite the fact that I've tried to foster a community that is the exact opposite. This one really pissed me off, because it was the fact that people were seeing this Tumblr post, not looking into it, because ultimately that's a lot of effort, and it's much easier to read a simple fucking Tumblr post. That's why TLDRs exist, right? I do not blame people. I'm guilty of reading TLDRs and just being like, yeah, I kind of am educated on the situation. But when it's a blatant lie, I'm not going to sit there and like just lay over and be like, I'm sorry, I'm a misogynist. I'm not. You're just a fucking liar. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to Uno reverse card you right now and be like, you're the misogynist. But I encourage critical thinking. That's all I'm going to say. I think beyond that, I've addressed most points that people were pissed off about. I want to show a few clips before I move on to why the Twitter response has really, really irked me. Because it's confirmed a lot of very negative things about this community that I always defended them on. And it's very sad to see the community turn on me in this way. It's just disappointing, but I'll get into that. Let me just show you some clips and kind of just like... These are clips for earlier points. I just want to watch them.
Yeah. So, chat, if you don't know, Dream is 7 years ago.
This was me supposedly throwing my friend Dream under the bus and hating on him publicly and saying he did a terrible thing. This is what I said.
He made some KKK video.
He did. Well, no, that sounds like he did some initiation video. He made a fucking MLG edit of the KKK, which is equally just as fucking stupid.
Bro,
Which I would, just to clear that up, I would say that about anyone who did that. My fucking aunt, my uncle, it could be someone I've never met before. Does not matter who you are. That is a stupid thing to do. And he did that. And I think to deny that he did that is stupid. And it does not set up a good precedent when you're allowing people to get away with those things without acknowledgement that it's a stupid act that he shouldn't have done.
Here's how
we move on.
7 years ago, who cares?
I could have just left it there. This is the thing. I think what's crazy is I feel like if I'd have left it there and agreed with Miz and went, yeah, who cares? People wouldn't have been as mad. And that's wrong. If people are willing just to go, who cares? That's fucked up. Like, that is wrong. That's why I didn't allow Miz to go, who cares? Let's move on. Because I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a who cares situation whatsoever. So I say this.
It's like, it's not a who cares thing, right? It's like, it's just like a, people grow. It's definitely fucking dumb, but just own up to it, apologize, move on.
Which I'm not saying Dream didn't do. I'm saying generally in a situation where people do stupid things, they should act that way. That wasn't me saying Dream needs to do this. I'm saying anyone who does a stupid thing in the past should do that. If I was to do a stupid thing in my past, or if something dumb from my past is ever dug up, which I don't remember. I don't think there's anything, but hey, if someone turns around and calls me out on something, I will hold my hands up and apologize, because that is what you should do. I say on Miz's stream, and I make a big point of this, and I'm not saying this about Dream. I'm saying this as a general point because I wanted to move the discussion away from just Dream. The thing is, I did not go on Mizkif's stream. I just mentioned we went comment stream. I didn't know we were going to go and discuss Dream. I didn't want to. I didn't want to discuss this situation. When put on the spot about it, of course I'm going to speak my mind and say what I think, because I think me avoiding the situation just looks like I'm blindly defending Dream over something that I don't defend him on. I don't think he should have done it. I'm happy with his apology. I'm happy that he did apologize. I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it. It was very long. I apologize, but I haven't watched it yet. However, if he has apologized and people are happy with it, then I'm happy to say then that, yeah, he's probably done what he should have done. That's all I can say, though. I'm not educated fully on the situation, and I still am not. I never claimed to be. This is the problem.
Are you like one of with those Dream or the fans on Twitter that are like, Dream should be canceled and Dream's a horrible human? Do you think he's a horrible human being?
No, like literally.
This was completely skimmed over by everyone, by the way.
Just apologize for it. Like just I think I didn't see his fucking apology, so I'm not gonna comment on it much. But like, all I saw people saying is like, just own up to it. Which, hey, if he didn't do it, if he did, then he did it. I don't really.
That's exactly, and I still stand by that because I haven't seen the apology. If he did it, well done. If he didn't, do it. I don't see how this is wrong. This is the thing. I don't see how people are upset about that. It's like, this is the thing. I'm not one of the people affected, really. What Dream did, as much as I know it's objectively wrong, does not affect me as a white guy. Like, it doesn't. So I'm not the guy he has to apologize to. That's why I'm not that interested in the apology. As long as I can see that the people who are affected are willing to move on, or not, because they're well within their rights to not accept his apology. That's all it is. Miz kind of baited you. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think Miz just wanted to speak about drama on his stream because that's what he does. Miz, this is the thing I made sure I mentioned. Everyone who's on the Dream SMP is assumed to be very close to Dream, which isn't true, and I told Miz that. And I think that's why he kept asking me questions. He asked me some questions that I wish I'd shut down. In retrospect, oh shit, sorry, that was bad. Don't go to that fucking person's Twitter, love of God. I've been trying to avoid showing the fucking handles. Please don't go to anyone's Twitter and fucking spread shit. The last thing I want to do is spread hate. That's the whole point I'm trying to prove here, that I wasn't trying to do it yesterday either. It was this one. People were... This one... I will hold my hands up a little bit.
Damn. Yeah, because
Just like
wait, do you know what Dream looks like?
No.
Is that picture of him when like the beard? Was that him?
How would I know?
I don't know.
How would
I really should have just been like, don't speak about his dogs. Really, realistically, I could have brought that up. It's kind of like, shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Not trying to, like, you shouldn't bring up someone's fucking dogs. But equally, I'm very aware that the internet's the internet, and people obviously have discussed it a bunch of times. This is the thing. I have been asked off stream all the fucking time, do you know what Dream looks like? Is that dog's real? You have no idea the amount people get asked that question if they know Dream. It's insane. And it's very annoying. And you know what? I should have just shut him down. That's my bad. Apologies. I was put on the spot, so I answered it as I fucking do. I don't know. Because I don't know. And it's the same answer I always give, because I genuinely do not know what Dream looks like. I don't know anything about that dogs. If Dream says it isn't him, then he's, I was saying to Miz, I word it a bit weirdly.
I know.
I don't know.
Dream, right, this is the thing about Dream.
I say it as if that's that I don't like the way I word that. I make it sound like it's a Dream thing. Anyone in his position isn't going to tell me privately, Jack Manifold, hey dude, it is actually me. I said he's going to say the exact same thing he's going to say to his audience to me. Why ask me? That's what I was trying to say to him, is why ask me? I won't know. He shouldn't have asked. I shouldn't have acknowledged it. But I was put on the spot and I just said what I wanted to say, which is, I don't know. I'm not going to speak about it anymore because people are obviously saying you shouldn't speak about it. I am not going to, like, I don't know anything about the situation. It just shouldn't. He shouldn't have asked me, and I shouldn't have answered, but I just kind of said, I don't know. Why would he tell me? Which in the moment, put on the spot, felt like the appropriate response. Realistically, I should have avoided it, but I kind of, a little part of me is like, if I avoid it, it sounds like I'm just going to mimic what Dream says, which Dream said it wasn't him. And I don't want to be the guy that goes, oh, I don't know, can we not speak about this? Because then I think a lot of people will see that as me avoiding the question because I actually know more, which I don't. And I don't want people having that. But, you know, whatever. I want to move on from it because people don't like you speaking about it. And I completely understand, but I want to explain my fucking point of view. Where it's like, if I don't speak about it, I feel like people are going to assume I know something, which I don't. You know? Like, and I don't want people digging. I don't like people digging. But again, you know, whatever.